I've got a movie.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
What is it? What is this movie?
It's an idea I've had for a film.
Oh.
Starring the legendary actor Willem Dafoe.
He's a good actor. He was in Spider-Man 3.
He is in Spider-Man 3, for fuck's sake. I think Willem Dafoe should be in pretty much every movie. And every now and then I like to come up with ideas for films that Willem Dafoe can star in. And today, I would like to tell you about a movie idea I've had called Urban Hermit.
Urban Hermit.
Urban Hermit. Little hermit, big city. Willem Dafoe plays a hermit who lives in a luxury apartment in the city.
How can you be hermits by nature are away from people?
Well, I mean, you know he's a hermit because he's going to have a big, long grey beard. He's going to have a big, long grey beard and a loincloth. Nothing else. And he lives in the penthouse suite of a luxury apartment building in the classy side of town. And he spends most of the movie hanging out the window saying, "Get away from me, civilization! I'm a hermit!" Oh, my peaceful hermit life has been ruined by industrialization and people. Oh, so many people. And you've got Brendan Fraser outside saying, "He moved in 3 months ago. He's telling us to get out. He knocks on my door. I live across the way. And he knocks on my door and says, 'Get out! Get out of my cave!'
He thinks it's a cave.
Get out of my rent-controlled cave!"
So he could choose to just go into a real cave or just get away from civilization, but he's choosing to be around people all the time, but then complain about it.
Yeah. He lives in a rent-controlled apartment. He works a steady job to pay for it. And he hates it. It's like, I don't know why I should be working. I'm a hermit. And yet here I am, an usher at a movie theater.
He was hired and kept on in a job that is exclusively about engaging with people, organizing, greeting people. He's got a long gray beard.
He's furious about it.
What's he wearing?
A loincloth.
So the manager of the movie theater was like, well, your resume checks out. Wearing a loincloth to the interview.
Yep. Charles Dance plays the movie theater owner. Charles Dance from Game of Thrones and Alien 3. And he's got the resume here. It's like, yeah, I see. So you're a hermit, are you? Yes, I am a hermit. Get out of my cave. Get out of here with your civilization, your capitalism. I tried to get away from it all by moving to New York. And what do I find when I get here? Traffic, cars, the need for a job and steady income.
Then he does it though. He doesn't leave. He said he came to New York to get away from civilization, right?
Well, your resume checks out. When can you start? Tuesday.
Why does Charles... So this was the job interview. Charles Dance is like, well, your resume checks out. And then the hermit's just like, I hate you. This sucks. And he's like, so when can you start? Just immediately, no further questions. Just, when can you start? You got the job. That's what happened.
Yep. People are in the movie theater. They're watching Avengers Endgame. And in the back, you just hear this hermit just, it's too loud! There are too many colours! That's it! Everyone out! Out! And he's got a long stick with a beehive on the end of it, and he just starts chasing people out of the movie theater. Get out! I'm the Urban Hermit! Get out! Get out so I can watch Endgame in peace!
And they've been waiting. They didn't get any spoilers. They've been, ever since last year when they saw all the things that happened in Avengers Infinity War, they've been on the edge of their seat. And the movie's like 5 minutes in and there's too many colors. So the Urban Hermit decides to just abruptly end and Charles Dance is just like collecting the cash.
What can I do? What can I do? His resume checked out.
So he can't fire him. He's like,
Yeah,
you know.
people complain. They're like, we tried to watch Marvel Avengers Infinity War Endgame, but the Urban Hermit chases... Danny DeVito saying this. I tried to watch it, and the Urban Hermit chased me out with a bee. Well, I mean, his resume checked out, so you can go back in and watch it. Although the auditorium is full of bees.
I was thinking that the Urban Hermit is most likely also going to get stung by a lot of bees.
Oh, absolutely. He's sat there, helping himself to the popcorn that everyone dropped in their panic fleeing. Munching away, some of the bees have got into the popcorn and they're going in his mouth. He's covered in welts and stings, some of them bleeding. At last! Now I can live my Hermit lifestyle by watching Marvel's Infinity War's Endgame in peace!
So
it's too loud! It's too loud and there are too many bees in here!
But he doesn't
Get
leave.
out, bees! Get out of my movie theater, bees! Oh, there's only one way to solve this. I'm gonna have to chase these bees out! With a beehive on the end of a stick! So he runs out of the auditorium, goes to his locker, grabs a fresh beehive, plonks it on the end of his stick, and runs back in.
Wait, it's a new beehive?
Oh yeah, get out, you big highfalutin city bees! Get out, so I can watch Endgame in peace. It's too loud.
But he just brought more bees into the.
Oh yeah.
So he doesn't leave the bees and just goes to another theater, or just doesn't. He's determined to move to New York to get away from people and to be in a bee-infested theater to watch Avengers Endgame with
Endgame, which he hates because it's too loud.
And I assume he's yelling at the movie sometimes, too.
Oh, constantly.
Telling it to be quiet.
Thanos is two people! There are too many moving shapes! What's a Hermit to do? Also, I've got a sneaking suspicion that rather than chase the original bees out, all I've done is add to their number!
Wow, I don't know what's sadder, if he was just completely oblivious, you know, like the Dunning-Kruger effect when you have no experience with life and the world and bees and movies, then you feel really confident because you have no awareness of the depth of the situation because of your lack of experience. But he understands on some level that he did it. He brought those bees in there.
Well, he's got a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, it dawns on him. Maybe I'm the reason. But he still doesn't leave, even though he's catching on.
I'm trying to sit down and not enjoy Marvel's Avengers Infinity War's Endgame. But there are too many bees now for this Hermit. Being surrounded by a cloud of bees may be fine for these New York City types, but not for a Hermit trying to live an easy life.
And he doesn't just think these things. The movie is going on, you know, during the movie, it's like Thor is revealing the things that happen.
He's yelling them at Chris Evans on the screen.
Major characters are sacrificing themselves, plot twists that have been years in the making, and he's too busy yelling about the bees he brought in there and mulling it over what he's going to do for himself.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to chase these bees out. But I'm a wily old Hermit. I'm not gonna chase these bees out with more bees. Not after that failed. But luckily, in my locker room, I've got a sack full of Hornets. So he runs back and he goes, right, opens his locker. Right, where's that sack full of Hornets? Where is it? Someone's stolen it! Oh, wait, no, I left it in my co-worker's locker. There was no room in mine. It's full of beehives. So he goes over to his friend's locker, and his friend is played by Deborah Messing.
Oh, good.
Talented performer, Deborah Messing, who is on the floor, covered in welts, with a bit of sick coming out of her mouth. And she's just on the floor. What's wrong with you? I'm allergic to hornets, you dick. That's what she says. Yeah? Well, get out of my locker room!
It's like,
I'm just a hermit! I came here to be alone with my hornets! Opens the locker, grabs the sack of hornets, unleashes that in the movie theater.
can you even see anymore in the theater? Is it just nothing but bees and hornets in the air, causing sort of a black haze, like a fog of insects, stinging insects?
Well, that's it. Basically, if you're going into the movie theater now, it is just a black miasma of groaning and droning and pain.
Yeah, the sound too, because they really buzz those.
And then the Urban Hermit walks in, takes a seat, reaches for a bucket of popcorn, which is 50% bees and hornets.
Wow.
Reaches in, starts munching, covered now in weeping sores. He's that's better. That's better.
That's not.
There are now so many bees and hornets that I can't see the distracting shapes and colors on the screen. And the movie isn't too loud, because all I'm hearing is...
They're probably in his ears, you know? They get in there, they look for something, because they got nothing else to do.
Oh, yeah. The inflammation and the proud flesh has covered up my ear holes. What a great day this has turned out to be. I can't see. My eyelids have inflamed.
And his boss approves of all of this workplace behavior. He's thinking, well, my new employee, he can't even see now. He's just a disgusting blob of welts and pus, red, shiny skin swollen to the point where he looks like he's about to burst. Just a giant pained pimple of a man. And Charles Dance is like, well...
Charles Dance is there behind his desk. You could just hear in the background just... And he looks directly at the camera and he says, well, humble viewer, Deborah Messing is dying of anaphylactic shock. The Urban Hermit is watching Marvel's Avengers Infinity's Endgame War, which he drove my entire customer base away from, as he fills my establishment with bees and hornets. They say that all it takes for evil to flourish is for good men to do nothing. Anyway, I'm going to rearrange these papers on my desk.
Wow, he was so close. He was connecting with us. The viewer tried to let us know that he knows what's going on, and he must not like it, because why would he? But in the end,
he hates it.
He probably doesn't like it, but still does nothing about it, from what I can tell. On the edge of my seat, though. I mean, this is a thrill ride. This is...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I sincerely think Lars von Trier, if he ever gets to hear this, he would consider picking this up.
He's already on board with Willem Dafoe's involvement.
That's right. They were in the Antichrist movie together, I think. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Antichrist? Or
Yep.
Anti-Life? Yeah, Antichrist.
Antichrist.
Yeah. That could be a perfect fit, a perfect hit.
It's a chilly winter's morning.
It is?
In New York City.
Oh, I thought the movie was over. I'm sorry.
Oh, hell no. And in the New York City streets, Daniel Radcliffe is operating a fruit and vegetable stand. Fruit and vegetables! Bananas and apples and grapes! I'm selling them all! Oh, come and buy! Suddenly there's this noise of a window opening. Several stories above. And you guessed it. It's the Urban Hermit. And he's looking out the window, shaking his fist. You! You boy! Look up here, boy! There's a hermit shaking his fist at you. You're gonna want to get a look at this action. What's this I hear? Is there an hermit up in the sky? Shaking his fist at me, a humble fruit and veg seller? I better get me a look at this action. I can't wait. He looks up. Oh, looks a lordy, there it is. There's the Urban Hermit. What are you doing down there, boy? I'm selling fruit and veg to feed my poor starving family. Capitalist! I knew it! Capitalists moving in on my serene urban hermit lifestyle. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind and then a piece of my ass. Kicks his door open. Bees and hornets and spiders and crabs come flooding out of it, getting onto the doorways of everyone else in the apartment complex, and you can hear them screaming, "Ah! Ah!" And then you hear Deborah Messing's voice behind one door saying, "Oh, fuck, not again."
Well, she survived, but now there's crabs, so it's, in a way, she was better off.
Oh yeah, she's even more allergic to crabs. And these crabs are full of hornets. So anyway, Willem Dafoe, the Urban Hermit, storms downstairs. Takes the stairs, of course, not the elevator, because he's a hermit. He doesn't believe in elevators. So he storms down 19 stories, and we watch all 19 stories uncut, unedited, as he stomps in. "Oh, goddamn fucking fruit veg selling capitalists interrupting me while I'm being stung by hornets and pinched by crabs in the old hermit lifestyle." Goes down 19 minutes of it. Just, oh God, when I get down there, I'm giving him a piece of my mind and then he's getting a piece of my ass. And no mistake, making me open my door, letting all my crabs escape. Gonna get more complaints from Deborah fucking Messing. Goes down. Bursts out of the apartment complex while Daniel Radcliffe's down there. This all happened 19 minutes ago. He's forgotten all about it. "I'm just here selling me grapes, selling me oranges. You, sir, would you like..." "Oh, God, it's the hermit." "Yeah, it's the hermit, all right. I'm here to give you a piece of my mind and a piece of my ass."
How do you give someone a piece of your... I mean,
Oh.
I should go see it. I understand.
Oh, you there, boy. You've been disturbing me for the last time. Moving in on my serene urban hermit lifestyle. I've had this pitch here for 6 years. You moved in 3 months ago. We do this every day. Shut up. You know what I think about your industrialism? You know what I think about you moving in here with your concrete and your car exhaust fumes and your lightning seeds LPs? Here's what I think. He grabs the bananas on Daniel Radcliffe's stall and throws them onto the floor. Here's what I think. And then he raises his feet and he just starts stamping on all of the bananas. And the camera zooms in really close. And his feet are how do I describe this? A lot of hair and fungal infection. And the camera is really close as we just watch the banana mulch just mash between his toes. And I want to see like those hairy toes just squishing and squirming. And it's like Play-Doh coming out of that little Play-Doh factory as just this mulched up banana mash just... And then it's a close-up shot of his bloodshot eyes as he stares at Daniel Radcliffe. Just, back to the feet. Back up to the eyes. On Daniel Radcliffe now. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, don't. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh. Yeah, you see these grapes? They'd look great on the floor with my hairy feet mashing them. Throws the grapes down. Stomp, stomp, stomp. There, that's what I think of that.
What does he think? What? I don't...
Credits roll.
So it's sort of it's 2 movies in one in a way. You get a full 3-act. Well, you get 3 acts, and then you get another act, and then another act, and then the third act ends with him just stomping that food under the ground in order to make his point.
Yeah,
which is that he doesn't want the fumes. He's blaming Daniel Radcliffe for the fumes and the city.
Yeah, the concrete and the fumes and the Lightning Seeds LPs. Everything that stands against a hermit's creed.
But he could choose not to live in the city.
Oh, yeah, he moved in 3 months ago. And immediately tried to get everyone else out. Basically, this whole movie is a commentary on gentrification.